welcome to our first episode of Health, Wealth, and Happiness. If it makes you healthy, wealthy, or happy, you're going to find it here on Health, Wealth, and Happiness. So thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are talking about CBD Sedona. We have with us Edward Gordon and Aelia Kazan. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
That's super. So we're going to be talking about all things CBD Sedona, what you're having going on at the store, products that you have, the line that you're doing, what you're doing for the health and happiness of the Sedona and Verde Valley area. Thank you guys so much. So how should we kick it off? How'd this get started, Edward?
Well, I'm actually going to let Aelia talk about that.
Okay.
She's
all right. I was sort of in the, we opened a medical clinic in Sedona last year, doing acupuncture. I do vibrational therapy. And Edward was busy with patients, and I would be sitting up in the front, and people kept walking in asking about CBD. Mm-hmm. And or saying something like, you know, oh yeah, I tried that stuff, it didn't work for me. And so we thought, wow, we've been hearing great things about it, we think it does work, we're going to start investigating more deeply into why are these people having challenges. And so we started doing actual consultations about it and realizing there was so much misinformation in the field, so much so many places where, like, basically anybody can make it and anybody can sell it. There's not really anybody monitoring it. So we felt a deep desire to help our patients learn more about it. And then we got you on board with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been using CBD on my patients for years and years and years, but mostly in like a salve form for like pain. Sure. But I started really looking into the plant, and I mean, the plant is unbelievable. I mean, it does so many things for the body, and when you really start to understand the science behind it, it just became kind of a real passion to be able to bring it forward, because it's such an amazing way to be able to help people. Right. You know, when I'm doing acupuncture, I'm doing one-on-one. It's one patient, they come in, it's an hour, they leave. CBD, people just come in and come in and come in and just helping a lot of people. It's really amazing. Mm-hmm. So it's that real passion to really bring that forward and like give people access to this amazing healing property that's within the plant. Yeah.
And both of you being healers yourselves, you know, this is a natural fit. I think it's important, for in case anyone doesn't know, we're not talking about the marijuana plant.
Correct.
We're talking about the hemp plant.
Correct.
The organic industrial grade hemp.
Correct.
Is where this product comes from. So it's not, I don't think most people understand it's two different plants.
Yeah, two different plants, and it's very interesting because they're very similar. If you looked at them, it'd be hard to tell them apart, but one plant is very high in THC, very low in CBD. That's the cannabis plant. Then the other plant is, the hemp is high in CBD and low in THC. Mm-hmm. So you're not really getting that psychotropic effect, but you're getting all the medical benefits. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it really powerful. But you do not get high from the CBD. That's very, very important.
That is a very good point.
Yes.
Now, what are the medical benefits of CBD?
Well, the medical benefits are really based on the body starting to move back into a homeostatic state. So fundamentally, what's happening in the body is there's a lot of receptors that are activated by the cannabinoid molecule. So when you take CBD, it latches onto those receptors and it creates a reaction in the body. And that reaction is like balancing biochemistry in the body, modulating the immune system. It can be modulating the digestive system. So what it's doing is bringing the body back into a balanced state where it can actually work better. Mm-hmm. So I always tell people, this isn't a supplement that's just going to get rid of your pain. This is something that's making your body work better. That's the exciting thing about it. So when people are working better, anything they're doing, any other protocols they're doing are working better. It just puts you into a healthier state.
Right, and that's a very good point too. It's not like an Advil or an ibuprofen. You don't pop it and your headache goes away. It changes your body. It changes the reason why that's happening versus just covering up the symptoms, which is a very important thing to say, because most people think, oh, I take 2 drops when I have a headache and then it goes away. It's not like that.
Right.
It's changing the body from the inside out so that those don't happen anymore. Very cool.
Exactly.
That's very cool. I love that you both have health backgrounds. So that to me gives you validity, because everybody and their brother is selling CBD right now. And there's lots of different brands out there, and there's you know, it's readily accessible at gas stations and hardware stores, but they know nothing about it, and that's a little frightening. What I really like about CBD Sedona is you're there. We can have a discussion with you. We can tell you what's happening with us. I have this, headaches, blah, blah, blah. What kind of stress am I under, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to go, okay, great. I can help you with that. that's great. The guy at the hardware store, the gas station, or your neighbor next door, or the kid, and is not going to help you out with that. But
and it's a bit of a travesty as well, because I was putting some lights up in front of our sign, and I could hear somebody walking behind me, and I could hear him telling his friend, because he saw me and he saw the CBD on the sign. He goes, "Oh yeah, I took CBD and it didn't do anything for me. It's totally worthless." And I could hear his friend go, "Really?" And it's such a travesty, because what happens is, again and again, people walk into our store and they say, "I'm taking CBD and it doesn't work." But it turns out they're not taking it in the right way. They're not taking the right amount, right? They're not doing it in the way that's going to actually give them that benefit. And if you do that, then you think it doesn't work. And then you tell other people it doesn't work.
Right. And then it just spreads and so on.
It just spreads, and then people lose access to this plant that's really helping people feel better. That's, so we want to change that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you guys are located in the Harkins Theater Plaza in
Yes.
Sedona. It's very easy, CBD Sedona. You can see it right there next to the theater. What makes the store so different from going to a health food store and buying it? Ailey, if we go into CBD Sedona, what's the different experience we can expect?
Well, the first thing that's really important is that we vet, research deeply the different products we carry. We do not carry a lot of brands right now, because we just say we're not going to bring in anything else unless it's better than what we have already. So being a medical clinic, we have also access to, say, more clinical strength products that give you a little bit more oomph, the most strong possible CBD percentages in the oil, the most organic, clean oil. It's extremely important to us. And how we do that is we get certificates of analysis on every hemp crop, because even you can have the same seeds, the same farm, the same location, and have your hemp come out different percentages of the different things that are in it, the different levels of the molecules. So every season, literally, we have to say, did this manufacturer bring us a crop that was equal or not? So it got to the point just in the last 9 months that we're looking now to go directly to the farms too, and start getting, like, going from crop to crop, almost like a winery, bottling different wines. So it's that type of, we're very deeply into it. We're not just carrying a brand because we carry that brand. If that brand doesn't perform the next season with a new crop, then we're going to switch brands. So we want our patients and clients to know we're always looking for the best possible products, and I think that makes us different.
Right.
As well as each crop is different, each strain is different, but each of us is different as well. So really, it's really being able to individuate the protocol for each person that comes in, so they can tell us their story, tell us what's going on with them. With our medical background, we're able to understand what they're saying first of all, and then be able to give them what it is that they need to actually be able to create that shift.
Right. Yeah. See, there's a lot more to think about than we may think, as far as, CBD is CBD is CBD. No, it's not. And the wine analogy was excellent. Oh, yes. Excellent. Because I get it. Because I figured it was the same every time. Hemp is hemp is hemp, and you grow it here, you grow it there. But the difference between how organic is it and where is it grown and is it treated properly, and getting the analysis on it, that's huge. Who else does that? Nobody is going to do that, but you guys. And
we make that available to all the clients and patients, so we teach them as well. I think that's a huge thing also to talk about, is that we educate the patients. It's kind of funny, if you think about sales, so to speak. We'll have potential people coming in, potential patients say, and we say, what's wrong with you? Like, they're like, oh, my knee. So we're like, okay, before we even talk to you, let's get some salve on your knee. So straight away, we are testing products on the patients while we do the consultation, so they can start feeling what's going on with the different products, because like Edward said, everybody's different. Everybody's makeup is different. And some product that I can say is 100% fantastic for me might not be as best for you. So I don't know of anybody that does this. We're sampling the tinctures, the oils, the salves, because it's a big investment sometimes, depending on somebody's level of health. So we want to make sure that they get what they want. And sometimes Eddie, if we're busy, he'll say, do you have some errands to do? Go out and come back later, you know, and what person sends your customer out the door without buying, right? So I laugh because it's not like that. It's like we're really a medical clinic that wants to help people.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's fun. And then they come back.
Yeah,
that's true.
And buy every time.
There you go.
It's really
We've got
funny.
such a wide range of products, which we'll get into after the break. But there's lotions and salves and skincare and dog biscuits. Even dogs and animals do really well on this, which we'll get to when we come back from our break. If you go to cbdsedona.com, that's the website you're going to want to check out. It's lots of great information for you there, everything you need to know about the store and about Edward and Aelia. You can also give them a call at 928-282-1067. You can give that a call. We'll be right back with more health, wealth, and happiness, so don't go away.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain-relieving salves, full-spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
Parents, you know as well as I do, there's nothing more important than your children. Don't you love to look in their eyes and see the love? Make sure they can see that love in your eyes by having their eyes examined. You can't tell how well your kids see, but Dr. Houston at Camp Verde Eye Care certainly can. Call 567-3330 to make an appointment. You'll be glad you did. Camp Verde Eye Care at 567-3330. They really do care.
Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging uses a state-of-the-art medical digital camera to take a picture and create a map of the body's infrared patterns, later interpreted by an MD specially trained in reading thermography. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging is the leading medical imaging and proactive healthcare, detecting early danger signs years before other tools, finding early breast disease up to 8 years before mammography may detect it. Schedule a scan with Carol today. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging. Say yes to thermography. Metaphysics. What does it mean? It's a branch of philosophy, literally beyond the science of matter. Sedona's University of Metaphysics studies the ultimate nature of existence, reality, and experience. Join 14,000 graduates in over 120 countries, helping others in counseling, coaching, ministry, and much more. The University of Metaphysics is here to serve the best in you so you can serve the best in others. universityofmetaphysics.com.
Start your journey toward better health with Ageless Touches Massage Therapy. Licensed massage therapist Richard Stevens uses the latest and best equipment to relieve scar tissue, electronic smog, and tinnitus. Ageless Touches does everything they can to work your issues down to the bone. Improve your path to better health with Ageless Touches Massage.
Solid Rock Fitness is a one-on-one fitness studio specializing in fitness over 50. I train older adults of all fitness levels, from athletes and avid sports participants to folks with chronic pain to those recovering from surgeries. You and I will focus on strength training to improve overall muscle tone, core conditioning, balance, agility, flexibility, and nutrition. Mastery of these components of fitness will help you live your life to the fullest with confidence and competence.
Welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Happiness. I'm your host, Jen Cohen. Thanks for sitting with us today. We really appreciate it. We're talking about CBD Sedona. We're talking with Edward Gordon and Aelia Kazan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much information because we've all been exposed to this. It's out there. Everybody and their brother is selling it. You may have tried it and said, this doesn't work for me. Well, perhaps it's just how you went about it. Right, Edward? So how do you help someone when they come in and they say, well, I'm experiencing this and I would like some help with this? Where do you go from there?
Well, when you're working with CBD, it's really, really important to kind of understand each individual. So there's a few really foundational factors. Number one, like how big a person is. This is going to affect how much you take or which type of oil you're going to take. The age of the person. Unfortunately, you know, as we get a little older, right, our bodies tend to wane a little bit. So it's true with CBD and the endogenous cannabinoids as well. So that's a factor. There's also how severe the condition is. So the more severe the condition is, the more we need to change up the amounts, and again, the oils, and then also the how long you've had it. Because very interestingly enough, the body tends to pattern. So anything that happens consistently over a period of time, the nervous system patterns it into autopilot. It keeps the body efficient. So the really, really cool thing about CBD is that it starts to break patterning because it's working with the central nervous system. So it's allowing people that have like chronic anything is always a patterned condition. So it allows people to start to break that patterning and start to move into a new state. Really, really powerful stuff. So we basically have people come in, they tell us their story, we find out how they fit into all those factors, then we arrange things so that we can set it up to be the most effective for them.
Right, sure. And it's a free consultation.
And it's a free consultation, absolutely.
And they don't need appointments.
No, and it's our passion. We love to do this. We love to help people, you know, with their individual conditions. So, yeah.
Wow, that's really neat. So when they walk in the door, Aelia, what do they see when they walk in the door?
Well, it looks like a medical office waiting room. We have chairs, and we have some shelves with the various products. The first thing we do is when we greet the people coming in is to just ask them if they're interested, you know, for the CBD consultation. Some people already do know what they want and they just are purchasing, but for the most part, I would say what half the people say, I know nothing about it. So we have to start the education. So we have some posters on the wall. I think we have some slides showing about those, where we do some education really quickly. We want people to really understand what this is doing. It is not a panacea for everything. We have this list of maybe 20, 30 conditions on a piece of paper, from acne to cancer to everything in between. And people are like, how is this doing it? It's because it's working, again, with balancing the system, putting it in homeostasis, and your body really giving it the best possible way to heal itself. It's just doing the job. It does so well when you give it the right circumstances, if you will. So we ask them just a few questions, really simply. What's their main complaint that they're coming in for? How long has been the condition? How many years? How painful on a scale of 1 to 10? And that's really important to get clear when you're walking in. What is the level of pain or whatever? Because sometimes people will take it for a month, and we do some follow-up as well. That's really important. Because when we're recommending amounts of CBD products to take, it's not like they're coming from the pharmacy, take 2 every day, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. It's really, people have to tune into their own bodies, what their experience of the products are, how are they feeling, and sometimes we have to recommend that they take more. So we kind of start out with a baseline amount, and we say, this is where we're going to start based on all these conditions that you have, what we mentioned, and then we go from there, and we ask them to please feedback to us, please call us, you know, just any time. And then they do, and then we can change it, and we get such good results because we're actually monitoring their progress.
Right, that's true, and you keep records. So you say, oh, Bob, you came in 3 months ago and we had you at this. So you know, I like that. I don't like having to retell, you know, my healthcare provider or someone. I don't have to retell them my story and say, last time you had me on this, while they're going, I see 100 people a day. I don't know who you are. It's not the same with you guys. And you have information that people don't have. You've done your research. I really appreciate that. You know, you've come from a health background. I appreciate that. You add into it your thirst for knowledge, and well, I want to know all about this. The fact that you're keeping tabs scientifically, you know, with the reports on every crop. The fact that you're keeping records for your patients so that they can come in and you say, oh, well, we tried that last time. How's that working for you? Let's tweak it. You know, because it's not one size fits all. It's not 2 drops and you're good. It's different, and it does really depend on the per person. A lot of times the way we look at healthcare these days is take 2 and call me in the morning. Well, that doesn't work for a 90-pound, you know, 78-year-old lady as it would for a 200-pound, 24-year-old man with an injured knee. So it's very per person, very personal. I really like that you do the consultation when you come in. What do you need? What can we do for you? You don't get that anywhere else. You don't get that from, you know, like I say, your neighbor in the gas station and all that other stuff. So that's really important to walk in, and you have the information. the stuff that most people don't know, which I really appreciate. There's a lot to know. I don't have time to learn all that.
Yes.
You know that for me.
Yes, right, exactly.
So that's great. And perhaps if someone didn't want to do an oral method, are there other ways?
Well, you can address it.
Because I know you keep talking about a salve.
Yes. Yeah, we do have salves for pain. I mean, fundamentally what you're looking at is doing the oils. It has to do with how much you take. The oils is easier to get an effect in the body because you can take a larger amount. But we have some really, really fun ways to get your what we call microdosing. There's a really important ways to take it where you take less during the day and more later in the evening. And so we've got cookies, we've got teas, we've got honeys, we have all the different kinds of oils. Those are more for the internals. Am I missing anything on that?
No, good. Capsules.
And then capsules, yeah, for sure. If people don't like to take the oil, then we have capsules as well. We also have topicals. So the topicals you can put on local areas. You can put them on areas of pain, rashes, cuts, burns, sunburns. So many different things that you can use this on. But we kind of try to help guide people because you kind of want to mix them together. So there's, you know, you want to mix a certain amount of oils with the topicals to get the most advantageous effect.
Sure, yeah.
And also, you know, really it's, and the follow-up is really important too, because as I was saying, the patterning, some people aren't going to get a result in 2 weeks. They're not going to get a result in, you know, a month. It could take 2 or 3 months. It kind of depends on how the body is relating to what the CBD is doing, which is changing the biochemistry. So if somebody has a condition, whether it be a joint pain or an internal condition that is more biochemistry or like stress related, they'll get immediate results. And we all know people that are like, oh, CBD, I took it and I felt amazing in like 1 day. That happens. But those are conditions that are directly related to the change in the biochemistry in the body. We had a woman that came in, she had neck pain and headaches, but she was really stressed out at work, and it had only been a situation that had been for about 3 or 4 weeks, so it wasn't long standing. She took the CBD, boom, immediately better. But then we had somebody else who came in who had the same conditions, neck pain, headaches, but an old car accident. So this had been years, it had been long standing, so she didn't get that result immediately. That's one of the reasons that we follow up that's so important. But we have all these different things that people can do in order to get the CBD, all those things we just talked about, and for the critters as well.
That's true. And you know, something interesting about these consultations and when you're talking about people about their history, there's also, you know, what drugs are they taking? Just like any medical doctor, you want to say, this is what I'm taking, this is what I'm on. How does that work with CBD, Elia, the drug interactions?
There's just a few. Edward's been really up on researching that, but it was mostly like a liver condition type.
Yeah, and it's a little complicated to go into really, you know, in this, in this setting. However, one of the things that we do for people is we always invite them to come in and give us their the drugs that they're taking, write them down. Then we'll check into it. We have a list. We keep a compilation of, you know, all the different drugs. We also have that on our website. It's one of the services we like to offer to people. And if they write down their drugs, if we don't have it on our list already, we'll do the research for them. And we'll look it up and make sure that there's no interaction. For the most part, there's not a lot of interactions. There are some. There are some chemotherapies that do not like CBD. It kind of blocks them. It's important to know what those are. But for the most part, drug interactions, it makes the drugs work better.
Excellent.
So people wind up pulling back, you know, less side effects, less money.
Well, great. Well, check out CBDSedona.com or give them a call, 928-282-1067. We'll be right back with a little more of the Health, Wealth, and Happiness Show, so don't go away. Primary health care should emphasize prevention and self-healing through the use of natural therapies. Breakthrough Medicines, Dr. Shada Sina assists patients using naturopathic medicine to facilitate body aging gracefully, detox and weight loss, hormone balancing, and brain wellness. See Dr. Sina for women's health. Find out more about naturopathic medicine and Dr. Shada Sina at breakthrough-medicine.com. Now accepting new patients.
Show your customers how much they matter to you. Follow up with a real card in just 60 seconds with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards makes it easy for busy professionals to leave a memorable impression. Stay in touch with a simple one-step process from your phone or computer to their mailbox. Call Judy today at 928-202-2000. 928-202-2557. That's 928-202-2557.
Regrow, repair, replace. Regenerative medicine is the process of creating living, functional tissues to repair or replace tissue or organ function lost due to age, disease, damage, or congenital defects. Dr. Forrest Lanchbury and the team at Sedona Regenerative Medicine specialize in finding relief for patients suffering from chronic pain. Contact Sedona Regenerative Medicine to learn about anti-aging medicines that will help your body heal itself. 928-282-2520 or SedonaRegen.com.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Happiness. If you've missed any portion of our show, check out VerdeValleyTV.com. You'll be able to watch it over and over again. You can share it with your friends. You can do whatever you want. VerdeValleyTV.com. Check it out. Health, Wealth, and Happiness. We're talking about CBD Sedona. Okay, really important.
Yes.
Ages of people you can and cannot sell this to, who should and should not take it.
Yes, at this point in time, you need to be 18 years or older to purchase any CBD product, including the cookies or any of those items. So that's where the restriction is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure, the government's got to have their hand in on something. However, young people, even, I mean, we talked about pets taking it. I mean, the ingesting it is the okay. It's just the government's got to hold on to who can buy it at the moment.
Yeah, if it's for somebody under 18, their parent would have to purchase it and, you know, do it
Certainly.
for them.
What other things do you have there? Skincare. You both have the most beautiful skin.
Thank you.
So I know you do skincare.
Yes.
You have doggy treats. We have the salve that we've been talking about. You have a far infrared.
Yeah, far infrared sauna. Which
of
is
course,
fantastic.
acupuncture.
Yes.
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
And we have some other supplements and products, Chinese herbs, that we can also work with. So we have a lot of great things.
Wow, sounds like a
all
one-stop
natural
shop to
and
me.
organic too.
Excellent. Organic
Yes.
means a lot when you're putting it in your body or on your body, especially these days with the mass amounts of chemicals we have.
Absolutely.
So, Edward, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I just also, Alia does some amazing sound vibration work as well. That's definitely worth coming in and checking out. And basically, I mean, you know, our mission is to help people get connected to this plant, help people feel better, help people find more vibrancy in their life. So, you know, but we can't help you if you don't come in. So that's our deal. Come in, talk to us, let us, you know, set it up so that you can bring that into your life.
Very good. What are your hours there at CBD Sedona?
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 6, and
Great.
Saturday, 11 to 4. And Sunday, we're closed at this time, but we'll probably expand as...
Yeah, we're going to expand all our hours.
Well, sure. Well, I appreciate your hours, too, because you get the people after work.
Yes.
You know, when a business closes at 5, that doesn't happen. So I appreciate it. So if we want a free consultation, we can just walk in.
Yes.
Walk in.
Anytime during those
Absolutely.
hours. Say, I'd like to know more. Of course, you have all the information available there, all the different products available for purchase. Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Oh, our pleasure. We're so happy to do it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. CBDSedona.com. Make sure you check it out. We'll see you again next time on Health, Wealth, and Happiness.